Hello creative people, today I'm gonna show you all the art supplies that I regret buying in the past 3-4 years. Quite different type of material. We have brushes, we have brush pens, we have paper. So let's go into it, and I will tell you exactly what you should not buy. So let's start immediately with the paper. This is one of the worst paper I've tried. It's a Fabriano, so it's supposed to be good, but it's not watercolor, cellulose or pulp paper, and it's not even cotton paper. It's 25% cotton paper, and I can guarantee you that it works much worse than normal pulp paper. So I never tried any other mix of cotton and pulp paper in the past, but if I have to base my judgment on this, I would go 100% on pulp paper and not getting any mix of both. A type of person that likes to use everything he has, even if it's not exactly what he likes. So I try to use this for other techniques but watercolor. I'm using it indeed for ink and for gouache as well, but some swatches also, but for sure I'm not using it for watercolor. In my opinion, you shouldn't go for this type of mixture of cellulose and cotton paper. Go only for 100% cotton paper, or better, if you want to save money, on pulp paper. Easy to regret buying, but actually I keep buying, is this shitty plastic palette that are actually not useful for anything. Most likely they are useful a little bit for watercolor, although a tin palette, a porcelain palette, they are much better. But whenever you want to use ink, it gets stuck inside the plastic and cannot be removed. Whenever you want to use gouache, I would rather recommend you to use a big plastic palette like this for techniques like gouache. For watercolor, imitation porcelain palette like this, or a tiny one, I've just got it like this, that is porcelain. Or if you want to save money on such things, you can simply take an old porcelain dish of yours and use it for watercolor. Avoid to buy this plastic stuff because they get unusable. Let's move now to some more specific art supplies like acrylic ink. I don't see exactly the point of using acrylic ink. I've just got this one from Liquitex, and I have to say the color was really pale, and I barely used it. While I get much brighter color when I use normal ink. And going through some other art supplies I really regret buying is this quite expensive aqua bronze schminke. That is a gold powder. I was so excited to try because it's supposed to be a quick alternative to gold leafing, but actually what you get is a mixture of water and these particles that somehow are leaving your piece of paper all the time in the next time. So it's not very stable. You can see actually, if I move my finger on top of it, it's going out. So this is not exactly what I would expect from a professional art supply maker like Schminke. I met them in Creative World in Frankfurt a few weeks ago, and I asked them about this, and they told me that you need to use much less water in order to get a good material that is not supposed to go out, and if you really want it to stuck, you need to add Arabic gum to it or something like that. Well, in my experience, I would for sure not buy it. Also here you see it's moving away from the paper all the time, so definitely a big no. Something I was also excited because I saw using it from watercolorist I love, Eudes Correa, is this brush that is supposed to be like mixed media brush from Liquitex. Also quite expensive one, but the bristle are quite hard to be used to watercolor like he used, so I really don't understand how he get it. The handle is also very short, and this allow you to have a quick gesture, but by the way I used only once, and it goes immediately cracked in water, and it goes colored tint from gouache in just one usage. And if this was not enough, I also got a pain in this part of the hand for the next 2 days because of the way I was handling it. So it's probably me, it's not the brush itself, but Liquitex is a very serious company, so if you complain to them, they immediately send you a substitution. That is still on my desk since maybe 6 months, and well, I never used. So I have my substitute. Don't know how to use it also because it's supposed to be for quite big washes, and recently I'm much more into sketchbooking on a small piece of paper. Another nightmare for artists, I've talked about that with other artists as well, they had the same impression. This jelly roll from Sakura, jelly roll white pen, it's supposed to be used for highlights in your watercolor pieces or in tone paper, so it's supposed to be an alternative to normal gouache like this. For me, at least, it never worked. Really, it never works. It came always so pale out, so it totally not possible to be used as I wanted to use. It came with a set of 3, also the silver and the gold one that actually worked pretty well, but this one never worked. That's why I just got 3 new ones from a Chinese cheap one. I said over 3 of them, 1 it's supposed to work, and so that's it. 1 is not working and 2 are working. Always speaking about Chinese stuff and Temu, you can see my art supply haul here on YouTube in 2 separate videos. I got these alternatives to Sakura Pigmamicrons. They are supposed to be a nice set with a property like waterproof and fade-proof pigment liner, archival ink. Well, it's not at all this. It's totally unwaterproof. You can smudge it very easily with a water brush, so I never used. Going to something totally different, my sister gave me this as a present. Actually, we chose it together, and it was a nice idea. So something made of porcelain that lasts for ages, and so I thought it was a nice present. But the problem is watercolor brushes are normally shorter than oil brushes or other brushes, and so they cannot stay here very well. They slide out, and that's why I cannot use this. So if you buy a brush holder, be aware of the height of that and of the size if you're using short brushes. First approach with professional, let's say, but student grade watercolor, what is Academy Aquarelle Schminke porcelain. It's so fancy, I really like it so much. Why is it in the category of the art supplies I regret buying? It's because it's so heavy, it's really heavy. This is all made of porcelain, and oh gosh, I cannot take it out as you see, but it's simply not travel friendly. and it's supposed to be travel set. So the colors themselves are student gray, so not that bright as other colors, and that's why I keep it, because it's really nice, but I don't use it. The latest purchase I've done is these markers, Ohuhu. It came in a very nice box and low price, so I said in the beginning of this year, why don't give it a try? It's actually one of my first tests with them, and the bright and so on, it's supposed to be illustration set, 48 colors. The problem is that if you want to paint skin with them, simply you have only one option, and it's not even very nice. To make the shadows, I had to go to the green one. It's kind of strange, because with the markers, the only way you can make shades is to have a very similar tonal value, but a bit darker. You need to have a good set of skin tones, and this is not here. You need to purchase it aside. They take space, so to have another one set like this is a lot of space. I mean, that's the philosophy behind the markers. It's maybe one of the main problem of them. You need a lot of different colors if you want to work with them. I don't regret buying the set itself, but the fact that I miss skin tone. And last but not least of the art supplies I regret buying, I put it in this pencil case, and this another illustration set, this time Ecoline brush pens. I love Ecoline because they are so versatile. You can dilute with water and shades with watercolor and so on. And I had a very nice gray set that I used in all my Inktober pieces. So I said, why don't I buy an illustration set? And the colors are so bright and so hard to blend one to in another that I actually never used. It's simply too hard to make a cohesive illustration with this. Maybe it's me, I don't know exactly how to properly use them, but I would totally recommend instead the gray set of Ecoline brush pens, or the ones that comes in form of liquid ink, liquid watercolor. As you see, they have so many colors, and these are totally good. And that was all for the art supplies I regret buying edition. If you wanna see the art supplies I actually loved and use every single time, please comment below with the sentence art supplies you love, and I will make a video about it. Thanks for watching so far. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so far. And that's all from my side. Thanks for watching again. Bye guys.